Greg, man, I really appreciate. Thank you for setting this up. And because I mean, basic car maintenance is a really important thing for most people because cars in Singapore cost a bomb in here, and everybody's trying to do a little bit here and there to try to keep up with their car maintenance. So right now here, can you tell me some really basic stuff that we can probably do on our own cars without actually spending a bit of money at the workshops? So kind of fill us in there.
Yeah, Rennie, there's a couple of really simple things that people can do. I talked before about tyres, getting the right pressure. If you underinflate your tyres, they wear quicker. They also get hot. All of that stuff is just designed to make your tyres wear out more quickly. Get the right pressure, get better life out of them, better safety.
I think most people kind of ignore the fact that the safety is what is the main thing that keeps them on the road. So they feel as long as my car moves, it's fine. But I think, like you said, inflation is important in terms of also fuel consumption, because if you get an underinflated tire, you're actually burning more fuel as you drive along, right? So I know a bit, right?
That's right. Yeah. The other thing you can do too is that on the tire itself, within the grooves, there are wear indicators, wear indicator bars. So once the tread level gets down to the wear indicator bar, it's time to replace the tyre. So I think that's a very easy self-assessment that people can do themselves.
Yeah,
when
basically they can do on their own if I actually go to a workshop and find out more about that. Yeah, so what else can I probably, if I'm a person who wants to do stuff in my car, what else can I do, man?
Well, another thing I think that's safety related is making sure your wiper blades are well maintained. It's really easy to clean the windscreen, get a piece of paper, wipe the dirt off those wiper blades so they don't smear across the windscreen. That's a really simple thing to do. Also, the reservoir for the water for the cleaners, make sure that's topped up, because there's nothing worse than your wiper blades just smearing dirt across the windscreen. On top of that, there's also the lubricant. And we talked a lot about how important the fuel is, but there's a lot of other fluids that go into the vehicle that are equally as important. I've got some Haviland, which is the lubricant we recommend for use in spark ignition engines, petrol engines. That's a very, very high quality lubricant. So check the oil with the dipstick, and you can top up through the yellow cap just there as well.
Quick question, Greg. I mean, in terms of fuel, you mentioned lubricant as well. I think there's different standards of fuel of lubricants you can actually use, right? I think there's numbers. People might be aware. So how do they actually find out more information about what is the actual right lubricant to use? I think the layman will not be aware. They grab something off the shelf and kind of pop it into their car.
So it gets very complicated. This is API grade SN. So it's a 5W40, and that doesn't really mean much to most people.
Exactly.
But just like octane, if you go back into your owner's manual, there'll be a recommendation on exactly the grade of oil that you should put in your engine. As well as that, there'll be a recommended maintenance interval. Maybe it's every 6 months or every 10,000 kilometers. That's when you should change your oil.
I think it's very important because most people kind of ignore the fact that the car needs to be the engine especially needs to be changed every 10,000 or something else, because there's a lot of deposits that stay within the engine, and that kind of once again boils down to consumption. If you don't take care of that, it's going to add on to how much of the fuel is going to burn. So,
that's right. And a lot of people think that if they do a lot of short trips, maybe they don't have to change the oil quite as often. But in fact, the reverse is true. Those short trips when the vehicle doesn't get up to operating temperature, they're the ones that are really highly stressful on the engine. So people who do those trips really should make sure they change their oil as per the recommendations of the manufacturer.
And I was not aware of that. Okay, so I learned something new as well. Great stuff.
Yeah, one other thing I'm always really keen on too is that you really need to make sure your radiator's topped up. It's what keeps the engine cool. A lot of people just top it up with tap water, which is not a great thing to do.
I'm kind of guilty of that as well.
Yeah, tap water is actually quite corrosive under the environment that's in the engine. It's hot, it's under pressure. We recommend something like Caltex Haviland Extended Life Coolant. This is a product that stops the coolant from boiling. It's a wonderful product. Also contains anti-corrosion additives to make sure that your cooling system is in the best possible shape.
Okay, sounds great, man. So anything else that you want to tell me about, or we can move it to the rest of the car?
I think we can move on to the rest of the car.
Great, I hear that Caltex also has ultra premium fuels. I mean, tell me a bit more about that.
Yeah, Rennie, we also have Platinum 98 with Techron. That's our ultra premium fuel designed for high performance cars and those that recommend 98, but also for those consumers that are a little bit more discerning in terms of the way they drive. This particular offering has even more of the Techron and Clean and Glide additive, so you get all the benefits from Techron and Clean and Glide, but more quickly. So you get faster cleanup of those fuel injectors and critical engine parts, and you also get a faster build-up of the friction modifier in the engine, so that you also get those fuel economy benefits more quickly as well.
Okay, so correct me if I'm wrong. So are we talking about fuel that cleans up your engine and also gives you an added boost at the same time?
That's right. The added boost is in terms of reducing friction, so the engine is more efficient and you get better fuel economy.
Wow. Okay, cool, man. Thanks a lot.